What is up, my art-loving people? DB Things back here with another episode of DBDraws, and I'm excited to bring you a popular request, a rose. So we're going to draw a simple flower today, and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, so obviously the effect that we're going for here is just the layered petal effect. I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. The bottom line is you have petals that are opening and sort of folding open, and they get closer and tighter as they get toward the center. Now the next thing that I'm going to do are the leaves, so let me get started on those. Okay, so the stem, of course, has a little bulbous bit at the top. Otherwise, I think I'm going to curve it. Now, the leaves on the rose down here are much different. They're sort of traditional shape with a little bit of jagged edge along the sort of front, if you will. I think there's usually 3 or even more on each side. I'm just going to go 2 on this side, probably 3 on the other side. Now, as always, I will go with Sharpie to give it some definition. Okay, folks, let's color it in. Just a couple quick notes. You know, on the petals, on the leaves, you know, I'm going to be able to color these in all the same color. So, you know, why don't I just go crazy with it? You're going to find what I like to do is keep the pencil stroke in line with sort of the direction of the material. You know, we have petals that are going this way. In other words, let's keep the direction the same. Even if in the end it all ends up the same color, your eye will pick up on those stroke directions. Same thing with the leaves. So the bottom leaves underneath here are a little bit darker green, I think. They're going to be for mine. So let's get started. By the way, a quick note, obviously, number of different things you can use. Crayon you could get away with, but you're going to lose the accuracy toward the edges. Marker, you'll never get rid of the lines when you're doing a large surface area color in sort of thing. So the colored pencil, I think, is the perfect compromise and best tool for something like this. Okay, so as you can see, we're done with the basic coloring. I'm just going to do a little bit of shading just to give a little bit of a 3D definition. Not much though. I'm going to take the darker green and apply it onto the stem and leaves. And I'm going to follow the veins, which will give the effect of a shadow in that area. And trust me, it doesn't take much for that to all of a sudden become three-dimensional. Notice how with just that tiny bit of darker green it gives the shadow effect. Okay, only a tiny bit on this. I'm really just going to go with a little bit of a darker red where a shadow might be cast, right? Because this petal is falling this way. This one might cast a shadow here, and so on, but not much. And that's it, folks. Very straightforward and simple. Rose, petals opening. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let's put our little signature here at the bottom. Well, there you have it, folks. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this episode of DBDraws. In fact, if you did, please click the like button and share it with a friend. If you haven't already, consider please subscribing to the DB Things channel. And in fact, go ahead and maybe take a look at some of the previous episodes of the DBDraws series. I think, in fact, this is the third episode. The two previous were, let's see, a stocking for Christmas, and then I did a dragonfly, a kid-style dragonfly. See you next time.